ready for me to kick in? Okay, welcome to the match of the day here at Angaston Oval between Angaston and Freeling. And with me in commentary today, we've got injured Angaston footballer Nick Fallon. Afternoon, Nick.
Thanks for having me on, Tex.
It's great to have you here. Great to have some input from the local clubs. And as you can see, beautiful day here at Angaston and a really good, solid crowd. This is what country footy's all about. People coming out to watch. Freeling having a nightmare season to start with. Haven't won a game, haven't even been close to winning a game. Last week against Barossa Districts, the other down-and-out team in the BLG, they got soundly beaten. And in some other games, they've been completely wiped off the park. But they're hoping to bounce back with a better performance today. And Angaston coming in with a long list of outs today, Nick.
Yes, the injury bug has hit us quite a bit in the last few weeks, especially in the defence. But luckily, we've got plenty of depth in the B grade to fill up all those spots.
And adding to yourself, young Riley Argent out. Steve Summerton, the superstar midfielder from Port Adelaide, is also out. And young Ben Burgermeister with an ACL last week.
Was it ACL last week?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, well, that's no good for the young fella because he's been playing some pretty good footy so far this year in the B grade and also in the A grade when he's been asked to come up.
Yeah, he's a good in and under footballer. And what's the story with your injury?
Rolled the ankle pretty badly last week. Went up for a spoil, came down, landed on the opposition player's foot, and unfortunately, quite a bad sprain. About 2/3 of the way through the third quarter.
Okay, so that'll keep you on the sidelines for a little while. But Angaston going along quite nicely so far this season. Really interesting start to the season with a win over Barossa Districts, but then got into the serious stuff with Newry and Tanunda back-to-back. Two big games of footy to win.
Yeah, it's always a big game coming against the other two Barossa teams. And, I think just so far this season, we haven't really had a bad quarter of football yet. We got input from everyone each game. We haven't had any passengers, and when blokes have gone down, other blokes have come into the side to step up, and it's just been really, really good start to the season for us. So, and a couple of debutants for the Panthers today, as we see the first ball up of the day. Mark Borholm getting over the top of Adam Koshel, and Freeling somehow winning the clearance, but a strong mark at half-back from Ben Antoni. Out to Jaden, their brothers waxing again. And looking for Mark Borholm on the half-forward flank. Delivering it deep. Looking for Alex Reinke. Ball bounces off his chest, but he follows up. Scrapping for the ball on the ground. Oh, an impressive fend-off there from Adam Koshel. Very Dustin Martin-like on the young first gamer Corbin Schubert. He's a big man, Koshel. What's it like to get in his way? I've been lucky enough to stay out of his way most of the time we play Freeling, but yes, he is a very big unit and also an absolute exceptional player as well. Freeling have been very lucky to have him the last few years. Freeling driving into their forward line, but Ben Antoni again with another intercept mark. That's a real highlight of his game, and he gives Angaston a real sweeper across half-back. Yeah, he had an excellent game last week, and he's having a really, really, really strong start to the season. John Raisler blasting the ball through the middle of the ground there. Unfortunately missed his target in Jed Durden. Angaston a little sloppy to start with. They're going to need to clean that up if they want to capitalise on their possession. Angaston will now have a ball up, probably 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. Koshel with the tap there. Koshel, the one ruckman in the competition that Mark Borholm finds it hard against. He's the one guy that really gives him trouble, apparently. Yeah, I think just being the size of him and his footy IQ as well, it's probably one of the matchups that Bomber does have a bit of a harder time against, but I think most of the time he does hold his own. And Koshel is a SNFL quality ruckman, and so is Bomber, so it's really good to see a couple of these kind of blokes come out to the country footy and still go up against each other. It's great for the local crowds to see players of that calibre going one-on-one. As Angaston trying to win this ball up now. Heavy tackles there. It's going to be a lot of stoppages today. I think Freeling are going to want to try and shut down the stoppages to limit Angaston's open football. Yeah, it's been probably one of our strengths.
so far this season is our run and gun football. As soon as we get it out, we've been moving on very quickly in all 4 games so far this season. So I think whatever Freeling can do to stop that will go a long way with keeping them in the game.
And Jed Durden, new forward, has been a real find for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's been exceptional. One of the straightest kicks I've seen in our club for a while. Good presence up forward, knows how to mark the ball, and all we've got to do is pretty much put it on his chest, and he can do the rest.
Jaden Antony through the middle now, driving it forward. Jay Shannon caught behind his opponent. You'd think the coach would want to have a word to him about that. Quick hands in close. Just bouncing around. Dylan Tuckwell unable to take hold of the ball. Dives on it and then is immediately dived on. And the umpires paid a free kick against Tuckwell for diving on the footy and not trying to get it out. It's probably a very good decision.
I think that was for holding the man just before that.
Freeling now penned in their back pocket. Going through the middle of the ground. Good mark there. Now looking out to the other side where they've got a player right out in the open. That's Henry Kleinig, young player, first year player with Freeling. And they've got a mark down. Brady Scott at half forward out on the outer side. Brady Scott's a player that we know can get dangerous and kick goals in the past when the Freeling have been a competitive team. Is their equal leading goal kicker this year with 3 goals. And now Freeling in their forward pocket.
I think they're going to be lining up for goal here.
Lining up for goal. Courtesy of a free kick, I believe. Looks like he's offline there.
I think that was out in the full.
Out in the full, even worse. St Kilda last night probably gave an example of what can happen if you don't take advantage of your chances early in the game.
Yes, I think St Kilda kicked a bit more straight. Might have been a very different outcome.
Yes, and Freeling, with their lack of scoring power this year, need every chance to pay off for them. Strong mark on the near wing here for Freeling. Young Jacob Wright, not young anymore, but he's a solid A-grade footballer. He's been part of the team for quite a while now.
Yeah, he's probably one of the veterans of the team now. Played quite a bit of footy against him over the years.
One of the veterans of the team, but he's really only your age.
Yeah, well, I'm probably one of the veterans of my team at the moment.
That's scary to say. And a point for Freeling as they hit the scoreboard first, which got to be a strange feeling for the Redlegs. Angaston bring the ball out to this side. Strong mark on the wing, young Tuckwell. Kicks it into Ryan Carnelli, who's an absolute live wire of a footballer. Has been in great form recently. Best on ground last week in the Panthers win against Williston.
Yeah, he's had a very strong start to the season with 3 best on grounds already, and yeah, he'd have to be leading the medal vote count as well, I reckon. He's exceptional player.
Ball up inside Angaston's forward 50. Kosho with a clear tap out towards the boundary. And Carnelli gets the ball forward. Jaden Antony hands it back into Angaston's forward line. Unfortunately, Borholm unable to claim the mark. It's a desperate battle on the ground. And Ryan Carnelli breaks free of the contest and slots a running goal.
Very nice finish there from young Twigsy. Very good kick of the ball, and yeah, I think that's just what the Panthers needed. They've been a little bit sloppy going in to start with, but
wasted a bit of time and opportunity going forward. They really needed that, and to be honest, they do need to capitalise on this game to get some percentage.
Yes, I think only just clear on top to South Gawler by probably 0.2 of a percentage, I think, just after they've kicked some really big scores. But
I love that you've done the research.
I always look at all of that stuff takes, but no, I think the main thing is just to keep winning for the boys at the moment, especially with all the injuries we got, and yeah, just got to keep producing good footing going forward. And there's Ben Antony with another intercept mark. I think it's about his third one for the quarter already.
For the quarter, all intercept marks across halfback. and that really is a strength of his game. He reads the play exceptionally well. He's got a beautiful left leg coming out of defence too.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to have a bit of a licence to just run around and do what he wants today, and just keep doing what he's doing, and that's chopping out and giving us first use coming out the back line.
I thought he had that licence every week because you're the lockdown defender.
We probably wouldn't go that far, Takes, but no, it's a credit having Bunge in the back line there. He's an absolute star.
Another stoppage on the half-back line for Angaston. Freeling's half-forward line. Redlegs really thinking they're a chance going forwards. Koshel getting his hand to everything in the ruck at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely giving Freeling first use at the moment, and Freeling have been very good to start this game actually.
Yes, could be time for Angaston to look at roving to Koshel's taps. It's not often they've had to do that in the last 2 years, with Borholm being the joint medal winner last season. Got a dominant ruckman of their own, but Koshel is just another matter altogether, an absolute beast. As we see young Angus Adams, the Panthers' backup ruckman, coming to the bench. Looks like he's about to come on for his first run of the day.
And I think Freeling have got a free kick there, and Brady Scott is going to line up for a shot on goal.
Freeling could retake the lead here. It's not often we've been able to say that for them this season, but here they come. He's hooked that, and he's only just managed to kick a point. Disappointing result there from a player who normally is lethal in front of goal.
Yeah, he's a quality goal kicker, Brady Scott. I've spent plenty of games playing on him, and very good goal kicker and very good footy IQ as well.
He's a very deceptive footballer. He doesn't look athletic or agile, but he uses that strong frame to his advantage.
I can definitely vouch for that. He's very strong. It's probably about my height, but got very good core strength, and reads the ball very well.
John Raisler receiving the ball there off to Jaden Antony, who hacks forward really. Disappointing kick towards Durden, who was behind his defender. Ball coming back in again now. Corbin Schubert chasing it towards the boundary. Just goes over. So we'll have a ball in probably 15 metres around from the Angaston goal.
Yeah, just another bit of a wayward kick going in again. I think that was Jaden Antony. He's usually a very good user of the ball, but I think he probably thought he might have had someone hot on his tails. He kind of just blazed away a bit there, but it's in the forward line and still looking dangerous with it.
Young Harry Clarkson taking the ball behind the contest there. The back handball, just Freeling picking up a free kick there for a sloppy tackle from Angaston. Oh, big Sam Carmichael.
Sammy Carmichael out there.
The big rig. He likes to get up and about. High fly from the Freeling forward there. And they've picked up a free kick. So Freeling will be having their third shot on goal for the first quarter. Looks like really tight play here at Angaston.
Freeling have actually started this game quite well. Angaston been a little bit sloppy going forward. Probably cost themselves a few chances to be a couple goals up.
Kicking from the dead pocket, always difficult. And the goal umpire unmoved. What a beautiful kick.
Yeah, it was a very nice kick by, I think that was all Jack Hancock down there.
Young Jack, and Freeling take the lead for the first time in the game. So that's going to be something for the Redlegs to feel pretty good about, and will that help them lift their confidence in this game?
Oh, definitely. I think coming into, the way that they've been travelling, coming in against the team that's sitting top of the ladder, they would just be going out there and giving it everything that they can.
You've played in teams that have battled at times over the years. What does it do for you when you have a start like this against a quality side?
I think it just gets the boys up and about a bit more, and instead of usually going in and thinking that every game's just going to be a loss, it usually gives you a bit more confidence. Yeah, at least going into quarter time anyway, if you can stick with the quality team.
And Roger James on the bench would be quite pleased that he's not having to make any major adjustments at this stage.
No, I think he'd be very happy with the way that the Redlegs have started today. They've been very, very good in the contest there. They've laid some pretty good tackles first to the ball, and they've been getting rewarded for it.
Yes, I spoke to him before the game, and he wasn't negative at all. I think he was reasonably positive. As a big kick out of the ruck there from Adam Koshel, the giant ruckman, has nailed Freeling's second goal of the game, and looks like we're game on at the moment here at Angaston Oval.
Yes, that was done the old Mark Borholm, grab it out the ruck and slam it on the boot, which Bombers very good at, and yeah, Koshel's ended up kicking the Freeling's second goal, so they'll be right up and about now.
That's almost impossible to combat.
Yeah, very hard to combat, I think, and yeah, we watch Bomber do it just about every week. He's very good at it. But yeah, he doesn't come up against a ruckman like Kosher every week, who just uses his body just as well.
Koshel now doing some of the roving, and Borholm was unable to tackle him there. Just too big and too strong, the big Freeling ruckman. And that's the fourth intercept mark for the quarter for Ben Antoni. Blazes it wide. Ryan Carnelli breaks out into the open, chipped it back in, and just missed Jaden Antoni, who's now on the receiving end of a handball. Kicks it deep towards the goal square. Alex Reinke spoiled, and Freeling with a clear and kick out of defence. The Redlegs defence holding up really nicely at this stage.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Jay Shannon won't be too happy with the way we've been going forward so far this game. Been very, very wasteful.
I think you'll be quite pleased not to be in the huddle at quarter time.
Yeah, might stay away from that one.
And yet another forward empty for the Redlegs. Really starting to defy the so-called experts' predictions so far.
Now they've started very well.
But those experts don't really know much, do they, Nick?
No, definitely not.
And ball out on the outer wing. A little overcast here. Quite cool at Angaston Oval, as most people would expect. But a beautiful day for football. Very little breeze. Nice and dry.
Yeah, almost perfect conditions today, I think.
Big mark in the middle of the ground there. Angus Adams recently on the deck.
And Jed Durden should...
Just drifted away from him there. And thought he had that all over. Freeling defence working overtime here, and at the moment they've got the upper hand.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic drop there from Jed Durden. He usually should take those ones, as most people should. That was pretty bread and butter.
Yes, just looked like it might have floated away from him at the last moment.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty disappointed with himself with that one, and yeah, be looking to make amends the next century, I think.
Borholm with the tap down.
Just been a bit fumbly to start with the Panthers.
Jay Shannon's put himself on the footy, so he's decided to try and go in there himself and arrest the momentum that Freeling have built.
And there'll be a ball in there in Angaston's forward 50.
Young Patrick Blows, young player that we haven't heard much of. Really great effort there in the back line. Push the ball over. Desperate defence is what we're seeing from the Redlegs, and they are holding on for grim life. And no ruckman went up for that. Young Dylan Tuckwell, the rover, just took it. And Freeling, Brady Scott, spinning out of trouble, but just hits an Angaston player on the chest. And Mark Borholm, under pressure, just kicked that out on the full.
Yeah, I thought that was a point actually, but...
You're not allowed to complain about the umpiring at all, Nick.
I'm just saying what I thought I saw with my own eyes. We got a pretty good view here.
Freeling kicking in now. Ooh, very, very dangerous kick, but it's come off. Trusted Brady Scott is one of the most experienced players in the team. They're not playing with any hesitancy, Freeling. They are playing with a lot of confidence. Now pushing the ball out of defence. Unfortunately, a turnover brings it back in for the Panthers. Jay Shannon now chasing the ball on the deck, just bowled over by his defender.
Yeah, just a bit of a sloppy start here to the Panthers. And
be very disappointed at the moment, Coach Shannon.
I think so.
Ball clears the two ruckmen. And over to the back of the pack. Quick chip in. Finds
Tommy
Tommy
Jackerman.
Jackerman sitting in the forward goal square, just in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
Real message to young forwards out there, always be in front.
Yeah, very good snap there from young Harry Clarkson. He's a gun little player, and good finish there from Tommy Jackerman. So Panthers get their second on the board, and yeah, bit of a evener after a very, very good start by Freeling here.
And a couple of young players of Angaston coming to the forward there. Harry Clarkson, a very good young midfielder, and Tom Jackerman, a utility who truly can play any position on the field.
Yeah, young Harry's going to find himself in the young Harry's going to find himself in the midfield a bit today, I think, with a few of our other usual runners out of the game. Where he's been playing down back to start the season, but Harry and TJ, two blokes that can really play anywhere in the field.
And Angaston looked like they were going to win that clearance, but now it's up for grabs. And finally they do win it, but straight to Travis Muster at halfback, the Freeling veteran there, long-time captain, vice-captain this year in favour of Adam Koshel, taking the main role. Freeling with another forward entry here, going deep. Just bouncing over the head of their player. Angus look like they should be able to clear this easily.
Very good kick by Ben Antoni again. He's had a ton of it already in this first quarter.
John Razor, the newlywed, with a handball there to a running teammate as they clear the ball out to the wing and force a stoppage.
There's a good contest there between Angus Adams and another, I think that was Hayden Amory, 22 for Freeling.
Correct. And there's a lot of play on the outer side there today. I think that's going to be a trend that we see. Freeling trying to contain the ball on that far side. Very much going defensive, hoping that Angaston can't blow the game apart.
Yeah, I think we did that quite well to Williston last weekend when they turned it over. We were very good down the wings there. 1-2 kick down the ground and finding ourselves in front of goal pretty quickly. So I think Freeling were doing a lot to try and stop that today and try and keep us at bay a bit.
Angaston now with the handball chain, weaving it through the Freeling forward line.
Great work by Corbin Schubert there.
First gamer, stood up against two Freeling opponents, won the ball, then followed it up. Johnny Raisler just hacking the ball forward as he was taken to ground. And Stacks on the middle on the outer wing.
That was young Dylan Tuckwell at the bottom of the pack there.
Gets up, hands the ball to the umpire. Always a good way to look for votes, handing the ball back. Deep for Angaston. And a strong mark there to Ryan Carnelli. No. And two Freeling defenders spoiled each other there. And Jed Durden tackling his opposite number 11.
Yeah, just got him around the neck there. It's probably always a free kick there, unfortunately.
Sam Daff. Now clearing the ball from defence. Freeling player dropped the ball there under no pressure whatsoever. As Angaston regather through Clarkson, who goes backwards to Angus Adams, who drops an easy mark. Tom Jacklin picking it up off his bootlaces. Dylan Tuckwell with the ball in. Straight over the head of his leading forward in Durden. Carnelli battling for the ball on the ground now.
Yeah, just a little bit high on the kick there from Dylan Tuckwell there. Just, wasn't quite in reach for Jed.
Just not quite that connectivity that Angaston have enjoyed for most of the season so far.
Nah, not to start the game, but I think, once we do find it.
Tuckwell taking the ground in a strong tackle there, unable to even attempt to get rid of the football.
Yeah, Freeling tackling quite a bit of intensity to start this game. They've been very good.
Tuckwell managing to tackle Adam Koshel and wouldn't let him go anywhere. That's a big mismatch there. Tuckwell really showing some strength for a little man. Jay Shannon taking the ball from the back of the contest with a quick left foot snap and through for another behind for the Panthers. So the scores will be level now.
Freeling will still be up by a point, I think. Very, very risky kick from Freeling there, and
they're definitely biting off a lot with their kicks out of defence. They're playing with no fear at all. I guess when you've been losing like Freeling have this year, you can't play with fear.
And just seen Brady Scott limping a little bit there, grabbing that left hamstring.
That would be a huge blow for Freeling if he has to leave the ground. He's one of the best players Freeling have, and probably on average, without him on the field, the team's weight goes down quite a lot.
He looked in a bit of discomfort there, unfortunately.
He has come right over in front of the bench, and he's still on the ground, but is just talking to the bench at the moment. No, he has come from the ground. That could be the day over for Brady Scott. Ball up directly in front of our commentary position. Massive bodies around this football. Only 2 players in Angaston's forward 50. Sorry, in Freeling's forward 50. Everyone else up through the middle of the field. Jake Hood there with a handball. And a little underground kick there to Tom Jackman actually paid off for the Panthers. Didn't look great, but worked. Jacob Fiebiger, the young player back from Central District.
Very, very nice hit up there to Jed
Lovely
Durden.
kick from halfback. Hit Jed Durden on the lead perfectly. Now Durden lining up for what would be his 15th goal of the season.
Yeah, he has started the season with a few bags. Was kept very quiet against Newry the other week, but yeah, when he's been on, he's been on.
2 bags of 4 and a bag of 6 for the year.
Yeah, I think anyone would take that start.
And slightly offline.
He's having a fair whack at that, probably from the 50-metre line there, but yeah, hopefully, blows the cobwebs out early and gets a few on the board.
Ooh, aggressive kick out there from the Redlegs.
Freeling backing themselves in to hit that short one early in the game.
That's something that I think is the trend. They are backing themselves in the back 50 to bite off something and make it. Out of bounds. Probably not a bad result for the risks they were taking. Throw in now. Koshel removed Borholm and took the ball cleanly. Kicked around the corner. Angaston getting the handball forward.
Ben Antoni with another touch again. He's probably had 10 or 11 touches already to start this game.
Piercing kick there.
Young Tyler
Young
McKesser,
Tyler
another
McKesser with his first touch.
First A grade game for him as well.
Has been an excellent form in the B grade. Really has earned his spot.
Yeah, I think he's had a couple best ons in the B grade already, and he has been playing some really good footy in the reserves.
Yeah, really nice, steady footballer. Probably deceptive for his size. Is actually bigger than he looks. Jaden Antoni, another player whose size sort of seems to defy anything. Jacob Fiebiger with a big, strong tackle there. Fiebiger, a player who has the potential to become something very special for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's been great ever since getting him back from Central's underage. I think he was captain down there, so
he was definitely in the leadership
shows
group.
Good leadership qualities, and we go forward, and a great juke by Alex Reinke.
The big left footer here, kicking from probably 40 metres out.
Yeah, I think so. He's just another player who's been in some good touch to start the season. Very,
Yes.
very reliable marker, very good pack mark, and very reliable in front of goals as well. So,
and the ownership group that bought him in the auction would really like to see him come good today.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Wherever they are, if they're listening, I'm sure they'd really be happy as he's offline with that. As we end the first quarter with Angaston 2-3, leading Freeling 2-2 on the Broken Shack Wine scoreboard.
reminded them of the COVID rules. No going up to play the puddles at quarter time. 3/4 time and keep social distancing throughout the day, and spectators are allowed behind the oval rail while the game is in progress.
Okay, about to start the second quarter at Angaston. Current score on the Gruntbirch Wines scoreboard, Angaston 2-4, leading Freeling 2-2 in what's a bit of a surprise result. Adam Koshel gets up high, claims the ball with one hand, and drives it forward. Freeling taking advantage and currently winning the centre square clearances. But Angaston able to clear the ball quickly. Straight down into their forward line.
Tyler McKesser kicks his first A-grade goal, so all the boys will get around him for that one.
Very special for
very
the
good
young
finish
man.
there. Nice inside 50 kick from Mark Borholm as bounced the right way, straight into Tyler's hands, and finished with a very strong goal.
McKesser has really lovely balance when he takes the ball and kicks through it nicely. I think he has a definite future at A-grade level.
Oh, most definitely. Just another young fella coming up into the side, and he's a few games in reserves, and he's fitting into the A-grade quite nicely.
And what is it about the Angaston system that the young players are coming through so consistently currently?
I think they're just very well coached, I think, and I know in a lot of junior teams in country footy, sometimes you just get a really good crop of young kids in the one go, and I think it's been shown so far this season with some of the young fellas we brought into the A grade, just the way that they go about it, and they're just oozing with confidence as soon as they come up into the top level.
As we go again, and looks like Freeling able to get yet another centre clearance. Really are making Angaston look bad in that respect.
Yeah, they are. I think Adam Koshell's just getting his hands to the ball almost every time there.
The ball in the forward line there. Great defence from Angaston. Young Dylan Schmidt in defence there. Great spoil from Ben Antoni, getting right up over the top of the contest. Ball in directly in front of our camera and commentary position. Koshell just monstering Mark Borholm at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably fair to say he's winning the battle at the moment. He's just, very good user of his body. Doesn't jump a lot anymore, but just very strong and, just uses the body very well.
Great chain of handballs there with Jake Hood to John Razor out to young Jacob Fiebiger.
Yeah, Phoebes has got an absolute monster kick on him and
just driven the ball deep into the forward 50. Jaden Antoni with a kick towards the goal square.
Great tackle by Dylan Tuckwell there. That'll be holding the ball as well.
That was a magnificent tackle. Could have easily taken him high or front on, but wrapped him up perfectly. Kicks the ball into the pocket to Ryan Carnelli or McKesser.
McKesser again. He's
McKesser with his second shot on goal for the quarter.
And quite a bit of an angle there, but looks like he's going to back himself in and have a crack.
Young kids tend to back themselves in. Practice a lot of this, not just at training, but also just for fun. So slides it across the goal, out on the full it looks like.
Yep.
That's okay, he's kicked one, he'd be pretty happy with that. His parents would be happy, they're both here watching. It was his dad's birthday yesterday.
He's looking quite dangerous up forward there as well. I think they'll underestimate him a little bit. Very quick, very good user of the ball. Good overhead mark as well.
And Angaston will be looking to take advantage of this quarter and keep the ball down their end. Freeling probably had most of the possession in that first quarter, but neither team really took advantage of their chances. And of course, Freeling down one rotation on the bench with Brady Scott coming off with a hamstring injury in that first quarter.
Yeah, I didn't see him walk out to the huddle there either, so my guess is it could possibly be a game-ending hamstring, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very tough for a team already battling against the odds.
Especially losing to a seasoned veteran like him.
Well, he's one of those players that is capable of turning a game in a matter of minutes. Ryan Carnelli now at the back of the contest. Gives it off to Ben Antoni, who thunders the ball forward with a big left foot. Freeling able to crash that pack and clear it. Angaston able to clean up. Now Carnelli going forward. And a big strong mark to Mark Borholm, who drifted forward for that.
And took that over the top of Adam Koshell. That went, through Koshell's hands and straight into Bombers. So it was a very good mark.
Might have hurt Koshell too. Might have copped an errant elbow to the back of the head. Purely football oriented. Borholm lining up for goal now. Looked good off the boot and straight through the middle.
Very good off the boot. Bomb's a very good kick of the football for a big man.
Yes, and you qualified that well. Most big men aren't that great with their kicking, but he is an exception to the rule.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of big fellas who are a bit wayward with the kicks, but Mark Borholm's an exception. He's a very, very good kicker. Let's not talk about
Angus Adams like that.
No, I'd back Follies in from there as well.
Yes, Angus Adams, one of those success stories who's had to fight for his place as a genuine A-grade footballer, but last season and the year before really cemented himself as a senior footballer.
Yeah, he spent a lot of the years there in the mid 2010s when we were sitting down the bottom of the ladder as our number one ruckman, and credit to Angus. He's he had to come up against some giants here in the BLG. We've seen a lot of quality ruckmen come through our league, and now he's in tandem with Mark Borholm, and I think having Bomber in the side has meant Angus has been able to learn a hell of a lot more.
Borholm actually won that centre clearance straight to young Harry Clarkson, who drove forward with the left foot. Now ball in the Angaston forward pocket. Koshel tapped the ball down and then received the handball back. And another stoppage. Freeling just trying to hold the damn wall together at the moment. Clarkson with a quick hack out from behind the pack.
Yeah, Jed Durden still just struggling to get his hands to it at the moment. He should have almost marked that one, I would have thought, but just slipped through.
Sometimes you can just have days like that where it's not clicking.
Tom Kessler finding the footy again and having another snap on goal, but was unfortunately spoiled. He's really making his mark down there so far.
He's playing with zero fear, and that's probably an advantage.
I have watched him play a few B-grade games, and he's got no regard for his own safety. He just does what he wants out there.
And Dylan Tuckwell there.
Very
with a
good
shot
snapping
on
goal.
Just weaved his way through traffic there, and from the dead pocket has managed to snap a goal on his right foot.
Yeah, Dylan Tuckwell very, very dangerous on the crumbs down forward. You let him get it, and 9 times out of 10 it'll end up as a goal.
Yes, he's a very unique character as well.
Yeah, he's a funny little fellow, old Tuggy. Very, very good quality after a couple beers on a Saturday night. But also he's taken his football to another level this year. I think when he first came into the A grade in 2019, when played in the grand final, they had a year of kind of finding his feet. But now he's turning into quality little on baller, swapping up forward, and he's found himself in the best a few times already this year. He's having a really good start to the season.
And Koshel getting just over the top of Borholm again, driving the ball forward, the Redlegs, and Jacob Fiebiger managing to block that one up. Another ball up on the 50-metre arc for Freeling. Koshel with a big punch forward.
Little clearing kick by Mark Borholm there, finds Harry Clarkson out in the wing there.
Some good play from Angaston there, just waited until the right opportunity popped up. Now Tuckwell drives the ball forward.
Good mark by, I think that was the coach, Jay Shannon. Very good overhead mark, Jays.
Good to see him get a touch. He
And
drives the ball
finds
forward.
Jed Durden on the lead there. Very good kick, very good lead, and hopefully Jed can break through for his first one here.
Well positioned. He's probably 25 to 30 metres out. Well, probably 30 from goal. Be kicking from 35. This is a real sweet spot for a forward.
Yeah, this should be his bread and butter. Very straight kick, Jed is, and I'd be expecting this one to go through.
Commentators curse, Nick, you've done it again.
Yeah, just push that one left just, I think.
Angaston probably squandering opportunities again this quarter. Really would have expected them to blow Freeling off the park, but this is Alex Reinke.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, this.
Missed that opportunity there.
Yeah, have squandered a few so far at the start of this game. We do tend to do that a bit, kick a lot of behinds when should be goals, but.
And Kosho with a big strong mark on the near wing.
It's going to be turned over here, I think.
Might have been for a push. And the Freeling fans just advising the umpire that they weren't real impressed with that. But everyone has a right to an opinion once they've paid their money to come in the game.
That's very true, Teeks.
As we see Tom Jackerman head to the bench with Corbin Schubert retaking the field. Ryan Carnelli hunting this footy, picks it up, picks around his body on the left. And Freeling able to chop that ball off, driving it forward. John Razor picking the ball up. some good possessions for Razor during this game so far. Unfortunately cut off by Freeling. And they're coming forward again. Really starting to break into some open ground here. It's this last kick that they're having trouble with. As Dylan Schmidt clearing the ball from defence is spoiled. Freeling driving it back in again. In the box seat at the back of the contest was Henry Kleining again.
Yeah, ball held up well there by big Sammy Carmichael.
And he's going to do the ruck work as he's as big as anyone on the field. Schmidt unable to find the space.
Freeling have broken through for a nice little crumbing goal there. They'd be very happy with that one.
Can't quite see who that was.
That was number... number 21 there, young Charlie Oliver, first A-grade game.
Oh, first A-grade game, first goal. Got to be very happy with that. Young Dylan Schmidt unfortunately caught there, moving up to the A-grade, the game a little bit quicker than he's used to in the reserves. Trying to do something that he's known for in the B-grade, is just clearing the ball from behind the contest.
Good clearance there from Dylan Tuckwell on the left foot. And that is a very, very good left foot goal by Harry Clarkson there. He roved that beautifully and, yeah, didn't know he was that good on that side of the body.
Starting to get a few touches this quarter, really impacting the game, which I think Angaston are desperately in need of someone to put their hand up.
Yeah, I think, desperate for a bit of a injection there just to get the boys up and about after a bit of a flat start, but give a lot of credit to Freeling. They've come out and really stuck it up to the Panthers so far this game.
And currently on the Grant Birds Wine scoreboard, Angaston 6 goal 5 41, playing Freeling 3 goal 2 20. And Koshel now clearing the ball from the ruck. Fiebiger flying for Angaston. Very strong tackle there.
Yeah, Jacob Fiebiger is probably one of the best tacklers in our team. He doesn't let too many go through.
Very strong through the upper body. So the ball in dispute now about 35-40 metres from the Freeling goal. Ball up, Carnelli.
Another big punch by Koshel there. He's getting his hands to it quite a bit in there.
Angaston clearing it through Jake Hood. Very fast midfielder.
Just missed Corbin Schubert out there.
Just trickles out for a boundary throw-in. And another player we're really pleased to see back in the game today, Brad Brook, playing his 100th A-grade game, the glove.
Yeah, so Bradley's been stuck on 99 A-grade games for a while and, gets his chance today with a few blokes out. So, and I know he'd be frothing at the bit to get out there.
Yes, one of the best taggers the BLG has seen in the last 10 years. Be interesting to see what he can do when he comes on today. As John Raisler through the middle of the ground again. He's picked up quite a few touches through the centre.
John's first game of the year after getting married the other week and being on his honeymoon. It has actually picked up a couple of early touches.
Jaden Antoni sending the ball forward, finding Jay Shannon. Just showing his teammates that it is important to be ball side of the contest.
Yeah, very good mark there by Jay. He's got a very good set of mitts in the contest.
And has been kicking well this year.
Yeah, I think.
But we're not going to put the mockers on him this time. In other words, shut up, Nick.
Yeah, I won't say anything.
As Tom Jackerman returns to the field. And Shannon has butchered that to the right.
Yeah, push that one just to the right a bit.
Angaston moved to a sloppy 6-goal 6.
Another short inside kick from the kick out for Freeling there, really backing themselves in with that
It's
kick.
a real pattern, isn't it?
Oh, and that was spoiled.
You would think that with Coach Shannon being out there playing in the forward line, he would be talking to his players and trying to counteract that tactic.
And Bolholm's going to get a free kick there for Koshel pushing him out the ruck, I think.
It's going to be interesting to see if that'll be paid all day, because Borholm is being monstered physically by the bigger, stronger Koshel. And it is interesting to see there's just the 2 players in Freeling's forward.
And
60.
Borholm's pushed that one to the right as well, so Angaston's squandering a few more chances again.
A lot of chances. They may as well have Nick Fallon kicking at goal the way they're going.
I would have missed those ones as well.
That's correct. But a comfortable lead for the Panthers, but really not where they would have expected it to be at this stage.
No, just been a bit sloppy to start this game, unfortunately. 6 goals, 7 probably tells the story so far, though. Probably been a bit more dominant.
A little bit of argy-bargy there. Angus Adams getting a bit heated.
Yeah, he doesn't mind getting stuck into a few fellas.
Picking on a bloke littler than him.
Adam Koshel not too happy with that one being called back to be thrown in again, because I think he was away there.
Yeah, something disappointing throw in, and he read it better than anyone else. This is better. Borholm gets to the front, bats the ball down, and we'll see a ball up from the field umpire on this occasion. Stoppage after stoppage. I think just the game's sort of petering to a bit of a break after some end-to-end action so far this quarter, Nick.
Yeah, it was slinging back pretty quickly end to end. That was a good take out the ruck by Borholm there.
Angaston going forward
and
50.
Tyler McKesser's kicked his second goal. Nice little crumbing goal there.
Absolute fire from the young man.
Very good start by him. He'd be very happy with that, and hopefully that gets the boys up and about.
That will have the boys up and about. They will be pumped. I think he'll be walking pretty tall at the moment.
Yeah, very big confidence booster for him. But yeah, like I said earlier, he just plays out of his skin all the time. Watching him in a few reserves games, and yeah, does not look out of place down there in our forward line.
And Angaston now 7 goals 7 on the Grant Burgewine scoreboard, playing Freeling 3 goal 2. As we come back to the middle. And that would be the 6th intercept mark of the day for Ben Antoni.
Yeah, he just knows where the ball's going.
Unfortunately, didn't do a lot with the ball on that occasion. And his brother, Jaden Antoni, marks on that occasion. Kicks the ball into Ryan Carnelli. Real precision kicking there from Angaston. As he lays the ball off to Borholm.
Who kicks another behind. I think he probably should have gone back and taken that ball under his arm and gone back and had a shot at goal there, but...
Yes, more wasteful play from the Panthers. It's Freeling trying to bring the ball out. Now another short kick out of defence. And this one, the second short kick, is going to cost them. Only going to cost them a point, fortunately, but yes, they keep trying to bite off that short kick, and if it doesn't work, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, that's one of our strengths so far this season has probably been when the opposition turns the ball over, we're always quick on it, and can really damage the opposition there if they turn it over.
Yes, as a defender, kicking short in the back line like that, trying to hit a target perfectly, is it something that is comfortable to do, or do you try and avoid that whenever possible?
Usually, if it's not, definitely something you try and avoid, because usually it has to be quite a pinpoint kick, and you really want to back yourself in to try and hit it. Otherwise, it can be very bad for you if the ball gets turned over.
Angaston with another turnover there. That time Jacob Phoebe are taking the mark, but their forward thrust cut off by Freeling. We're going to see a ball up on the centre wing.
There's Ben Antoni involved again there. He's all over the place at the moment.
Ryan Carnelli.
And that should be holding the ball. Yep.
Yes, Freeling player ran directly into his arms.
Old Travi Muster there, just got the ball, tried to take him on, and it's just a great tackle there by Twigsy.
Carnelli goes wide, looking for Cal Loki. Just dragging the Freeling player along with the ball. Haven't seen Angus Adams in the ruck a lot, and that's probably strange considering the workload that Borholm's got to carry against Koshel. Surprised he hasn't had a little rest.
Great spoil there by Ryan Carnelli after getting manhandled by Koshel first there.
A free kick paid against John Raisler for kicking in danger, I believe. And
number 3, that was Paul Pittman, has just kicked it straight into Johnny on the mark there.
And the handball back to Jake Hood, who picks out
Alex Reinke
on the lead. Reinke with a short little chipping kick to Ryan Carnelli in the pocket.
Who I reckon Twigsy will back himself in here, and he's going to have quite
the dead pocket is a really tough place to kick at Angaston.
But Twigsy's probably the best kick in our team, so if it's going to be in anyone's hands, you'd probably have it in his.
What have I told you about putting the mockers on people?
Didn't matter with that one, Michael, because that one went straight through the middle, I think.
Even you couldn't have stopped that. As Angaston now moves to 8-goal-8 on the Grant Birchwine scoreboard, playing Freeling 3-goal-2.
I think just starting to get on top of Freeling a bit now, after Freeling probably gave it all they had really in the first quarter there, and Angaston starting to move the ball quite nicely, and finding themselves with, I think, 6 goals to 1 in this quarter already, so really starting to break the game open a little bit, as most people probably would have expected.
And really starting to get a bit more out of the centre now. Jay Shannon has injected himself, and on cue he takes that clearance and drives the ball forward.
Jed Durden, another mark there, little juggling mark sliding to the ground.
Just on cue, Shannon saying, okay, it's time and we need to dominate this game now.
Yeah, I think time to start getting a bit of fluidness from the boys, and start moving the ball quickly like we have been the first 4 games.
And probably one of the benefits of being a playing coach, especially midfielder, is the ability to inject yourself into the game. As Durden finally puts that one through the middle.
Yeah, good finish by Jed there.
And the first time you haven't commented about his kicking, he's managed to get it right.
Yeah, maybe I'll just keep quiet every time he lines up for goal from now on, I reckon.
I think he'd vote for that.
Yeah, Angaston just creating a bit of a buffer now, and really starting to play the game on their terms. Lots of good clearance work now. I think they're probably reading Koshel a little bit more, and starting to pay off a bit.
And Borholm probably negating Koshel's influence a little bit more this quarter.
Yeah, he has been probably a little bit more on top of him now.
Not so much trying to win the tap, but to negate Koshel's tap, which is a good tactic from a ruckman who's able to read where his opponent's trying to put it. John Raisler now chasing the ball at half-back. Laser Shepherd.
Very good Shepherd there from Johnny, and that's...
deliver forward.
Corbin Schubert unable to mark one-handed, but picks the ball up off the deck one-handed and is wrapped up.
Swap there for Freeling. Jack Hancock back on the field for... Couldn't quite see who that was. Yeah, young Jack will be on there to give the Redlegs a bit more speed around the ball.
And free kick there going the way of Freeling.
That'll be to the veteran Trav Muster, and they're going to get a 25 metre as well.
Penalty. Dylan Tuckwell from mouthing off and may
And
get
another one.
So that's a 50-metre penalty in total, and that's really poor from Tuckwell. Just getting a word of calming advice from his senior player in Mark Borholm.
Yeah, the umpires they don't take much of that anymore these days. Any back chat, and it's usually a penalty.
Probably one aspect of Tuckwell's game that he does need to improve on is his temperament.
Yeah, I think sometimes he might have a little bit to say sometimes, and sometimes that can bite you in the bum.
And Trav Muster, one of his rare shots on goal for his career, comes up with a point. I think he would have been confused being at that end of the ground facing him that way. And a strong mark there from Tuckwell.
Going to get one there back there, and Angaston are probably away here on the... I don't really know what Shannon was doing.
That's what he was doing. He was looking for the big ruckman Borholm, who drifted to half forward, took a big double grab mark.
No, I think he ended up putting that one down. Yeah, I think when he came to ground it bounced out there. I thought he had that, but...
Personally, I would have paid it, but that's the difference between me and the umpires that are out on the field. I usually get it right. Jaden Antoni cleaning up there. Big Matt Blinkhine driving the ball forward in the direction of Borholm and a pack of players.
Pick up there from Borholm, just wrapped up in the tackle straight away, and that'll be another stoppage there on Angaston's half forward line.
Big clearing kick from Adam Koshel. And a big tackle wrapping up in the middle of the ground there. Nowhere to go for the Freeling player.
And he's wrapped up by Blinks there. That was one of the Heinrich boys, Benny Heinrich.
Corbin Schubert that time caught with the footy as we hit half-time. Currently here at Angaston Oval in the match of the day. Angaston 9 goal 9-63, leading Freeling 3 goal 3 on the Grant Burge Wine scoreboard. And we'll see you again after half-time.
Half-time on the Grant Wine scoreboard, 9-9, Freeling 3-3. In the AFL, the final quarter, Sydney 7-7, Collingwood 4-7. Third quarter, Hawthorn 9-6, North Melbourne 6-4.
She's either that. Green chicken?
Hey bro, how are you? Too bad.
Have you now? Oh, we went out just with that just had a look on the road kind of thing. Yeah, more good big bottle. Have you now?
But no, yeah, we've got
Have you shown? I don't think she realised window. She was showing us. She's like, I didn't realise it was a big. Yeah, of course it's big. Yeah, of course it's big.
where we've framed it, doesn't it? It's not even like box, it goes like that.
It's so good. Whenever white, stay out there and one of the rooms. Yeah, pick the floor. 3.5 bucks.
They literally won't go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they did. Andrew had one earlier.
Oh yeah, I was going to actually drop them on.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, no, you're busy, but well, where's that? Yeah, Penrith Road.
Most of the canteen.
So we had, yeah, so Penrith Road, parents well, where I grew up, and they have a second block on the side. Like bedroom and stuff. The time 750 square metres. Yeah, it's really nice. And it's really nice. Like it's quite. Why we take, well, I guess if you're going out of it, then it's out of there. Not to, you know where those four houses are? The units, two houses up from that. So, yeah, you wouldn't even look at the clock. You look at it like, it's not very crazy. Oh, yeah. Across the road. Yeah, it's German guy. No. Yeah. Dutch guy. Yeah, that's our name. But yeah, extra. Gawler. Yeah, well, they have that little, they have like that little house next to their house. Like, units inside the house. Yeah, so it's just one thing. Anyway, we went to drop a line and see what, so we went through like standard units. Not, we don't think for a couple of years. But we're like, see what you but we're not like sending anyone.
Yeah.
So he's going to because he used to visit this now. So it's going to get him to kind of, he's just good with mate. So I'll just sketch up like then scratch from scratch completely. Like, it won't mean anything, but it was just like, this is where it's from. I think it's like, he's like a fucking university. He's got the focus on, couldn't go up to the middle of like, not at all. No, they're full farmers. So he's a full farmer. Yeah. So he's out in the farmhouse. That's all done. Yeah. Like, 50 hours a week, to like the city. Like, he's always going to do it. Like, he likes it, but he's like happy with that job here and there because he does it. He still loves it. The whole floor when it's arms, just like in the center, so just jumps up that way, just knows what he's doing. Well, that's my issue, we're like yeah, so they can do it through there.
You must have plenty of money then if you got 4 of those.
Plenty.
Yeah, you're made of money. You've got more money than mine.
And welcome back for the second half of this game of the week at the Angaston Oval. Angaston taking on Freeling. Angaston currently 9-goal 963 to Freeling 3-goal 321 on the Grant Birchwine scoreboard. And other scores from around the grounds. Currently at halftime, South Gawler 6-goal 6 to Kapunda 4-goal 1. And at Newry, at halftime, Newry 6-goal 9 to Williston 5-goal 6. And the other game today, Gawler Central 9-goal 7 to Barossa 1-goal 2. And that last game is more what we were expecting in today's game that we're calling, Nick.
Yeah, I think so, but that score's not too far off the score at this game either. It's pretty close.
Freeling have really been quite impressive. Considering some of the scores that we've seen from them this year, they've put up a real fight today. Effort is not their problem.
No, not at all. They've been pretty impressive to start this game, actually, and they're going to start the quarter with a goal.
Yes, and Freeling start with a goal. That'll get them up
Well,
and about.
I don't think they have. That was touched.
You managed to put the curse on them as well, Nick. You really are a terrible person.
Rather than the Panthers, I suppose, coming from my perspective.
Well, you've massacred them in the first half so far. Every time you've called someone that's likely to kick a goal, done.
Yeah, I know. I'll be keeping my mouth shut. Jacob Faber got to take the kick out. He's got a booming right foot on him.
Coming out to the flank. And Ben Antoni flew for that, but was met solidly in the air. Now we'll have a throw up.
Trav Muster at the bottom of the pack as usual. He's been the evergreen veteran for Freeling over the past 10 or so years.
Real treasures of country footy, Trav Muster. Was captain of the Redlegs for a long, long time and is a real club man at heart.
Yeah, very real quality bloke off the field as well. Always keen to have a beer with the fellas after the game.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll see him for one after the game today.
And Koshel has punched that one about 30 metres into Freeling's forward 50.
I was wondering if he'd kicked that. And Freeling now
Gonna
get a
get
free kick.
Free kick for holding the ball, which very stiff there, but yeah.
Young Charlie Oliver.
And he's, I think, the first gamer, he's already got a goal on the board, so a chance to kick his second here.
And the fearlessness of youth. He's hooked that a little bit. Might have been struggling a little with the distance.
The distance
Hooked
didn't
that
look
for a
too
point.
bad. He's just, I reckon he might have rushed it a little bit, but that's expected in a first A grade game. You might feel a little bit of pressure on you. And
sloppy
Angaston are
kick
going with
out
that.
there.
That short inside kick, and it hasn't paid off for them that well.
And Freeling looking like they've just kicked another goal.
No, that was just a good tackle.
Just a good tackle, just as he was kicking.
I reckon that was Jacob Wright on Tom Jackerman.
And we'll have another stoppage right on the boundary line inside Freeling's forward pocket. It's been an interesting game so far. Freeling, their tackling and their pressure has been impressive. Adam Koshel, the Freeling ruckman's probably had the most influence of anyone on the ground. Now waiting for the ball to come back so Angaston can kick out after that minor score. Big long kick
Great kick from Febiger there. Has found Riley Bourne out in the lead, and
Bourne's kick just slightly off target, but Angaston a chance to crumb this. Really big, strong tackle there from John Raisler.
John Raisler, another Angaston veteran these days. He's played quite a bit of footy for the Panthers. Very handy little player, old Johnny.
It's quite surprising. Built like a matchstick, but has good height at probably 6'2", nearly 6'3".
Yeah, very good overhead, good user of the ball as well.
And good pick up on the ground, but immediately wrapped up. Angaston sitting on their forward 50 now. Freeling just hacking the ball out of the pack.
Riley Bourne's ended up with that one again.
Strong
That was
mark.
a very good
Chips-
mark there, yeah.
Chips the ball into the centre. Jake Hood now running. Handball over to Ben Antoni. Off to Jacob Febiger again with a big kick into the forward line. And
Jed Durden just
Jed
too
Durden
strong
with
there.
a big strong mark just creates some room for the fall of the ball. And we'll be kicking from probably 25 metres out on a moderate angle. And Nick's just turned his microphone off. And another Freeling player coming to the bench now.
Very good finish by Jed there. That's his bread and butter. Probably good I didn't say anything.
Jack Hancock just coming onto the ground for the Redlegs. Great finish there from Jed Durden and great teamwork from Nick Fallon to just let it go.
Yeah, no more commentators curse.
Back to the centre bounce, and Mark Borholm probably starting to feel it a bit now. You see him doubled over there, ready for this.
Yeah, he's a workhorse though, Bomber. He does push real hard to every contest, and yeah, I think he probably is starting to feel a little bit up against the big Koshel.
And Koshel just puts the knee up and pushes Borholm away. Crunches the ball down and gets the clearance himself. Febiger with a good pickup. Handball to
Carnelli,
Ryan
who uses the
drills the
ball
ball forward out to the flank.
Johnny Boy straight to Jed Durden. That's another good hit up.
Number 1 to number 11. John Raisler with a beautiful little chip kick.
That was great movement by Ryan Carnelli out in the wing there too. Just very good user of the ball and hit up Johnny Raisler with ease.
And Raisler with a well-weighted kick into the forward line. Didn't give it too much. Could nearly have had a shot from there if he wanted to.
I think he's done a little bit of a pressure there.
And just offline there, Durden. Probably still suffering from some of the curse that was put on him earlier. Might need to get him a voodoo doctor or something. We'll see what Freeling try and do with this kick out. Looks like they're going to go short again. Yes, the little chip.
Oh,
The Kessa was
hitting
right
that.
there. Probably wasn't quite aware of what was happening around him.
And Freeling have done well to get the ball out into the wing there now with a couple of
They've
decent
been very
kicks.
good with this today. A couple of near mistakes, but overall they've done very well. And we'll see the ball dribble over the sideline. Another ball in on the near wing. Ball chipped forward and a good strong mark there from Alex Reinke. Wheels onto his left. Pops the ball up in front of
And
Durden.
that's
who
another
takes it
very good
nicely.
entry.
That's good teamwork between two key forwards. Just knowing exactly what you want as a key forward Alex Reinke's a really good passer of the footy.
Yep, and our 3 tools up there this year have really been working together well so far, and they know each other's strengths at the moment. It's good to watch.
And Durden just puts it straight through. No
No
process, just calmly slotted it.
Yep.
I think he wanted to get it done before you said anything.
I reckon he must know. I've butchered a few of his at the start of the game, but now he's really starting to get his hands on the ball, Jed, and bit of a slow start to the game, but the last few things had about 3 lead-out marks now, and for 2 goals. So really starting to find it a bit, and once he gets going, he's very, very hard man to stop.
And starting to open up now on the Grant Birchwine scoreboard. Angaston 11 goal 10-76 to Freeling 3 goal 6-24. And Freeling with the clearance now, and a big strong mark.
Ben Antoni again.
Ben Antoni, but he was collected heavily in the air that time, came down a little awkwardly. He has felt that.
He's felt it, but that was just another great pack mark by him.
That would be probably close to 15 marks for the day, would we be?
Well, maybe not quite 15,
10,
but geez, he'd be getting close
12.
to 10. He just knows where to be.
As Durden just overran that ball in the middle.
Good fend off by Jake Hood there.
Jake Hood very strong in the upper body now that he's working as a tradie. Mark Borholm.
Quite an easy mark there for him.
Well.
He read
Beautiful
that well,
pass.
and there wasn't a lot around him.
Borholm will be lining up from 25 metres out. It was a genuine helicopter and slammed into the post.
Yeah, that did not come off the boot that well for Bomber. But they'll reset and go straight back to Koshel and see what Freeling do here with this kick in.
I'm tipping short. No, he's taken his run and gone straight down the middle. And Ryan Carnelli just sharks that crumb. Pass not to his coach, Jay Shannon, not quite on. Shannon good enough to regather again and receive a free kick for too high.
Yeah, Jay did really well then. He's found Dylan Tuckwell all by himself.
Tuckwell on the right. Goes deep and just a little bit too deep for Durden, who was in perfect position there.
Worcester's gone the talk from the back line there.
Oh,
And
Jay Shannon got a long way up and came
Probably went a bit early
down
there.
really awkwardly and almost took the wind out of his sails completely. I'm glad we got that on camera because that'll be really embarrassing for him. Nick, be careful what you say. He may watch this back. Another ball in on the near wing, and Koshel just monsters Borholm out the way, takes it out of the ruck, and just a big up and under to the centre half forward region. And Riley Bourne was very good there at that contest. Harry Clarkson looking for Carnelli, but wrapped up by his Freeling opponent. See a ball up on the outer wing now.
And that was number 7, Blake Duragon, wrapped up by Carnelli there and caused a stoppage.
It's well done with the pronunciation there.
Almost one too many handballs there. Angaston looked like they were probably about to get away, but overused the handball a little bit and turned into the stoppage.
And Borholm this time turning the tables on Koshel with a little bump out of the way and takes the ball himself. But a strong mark in defence for Freeling from Hayden Emery.
Another juke by Sammy Carmichael on the wing over there. Very good set of hands, Sam Carmichael.
And a beautiful kick there.
Straight to Ben Heinrich.
And Heinrich drives the ball deep into the 50 through a couple of sets of hands. Now right in front of the scoreboard we see Stacks on the mill.
Riley Bourne in there again. I think he's starting to find himself around the contest a bit at the moment, starting to really get involved.
He's a fearless young player, slightly built, but never shirks the issue.
No, another one of the gangly boys who never seem to have any concern for their own welfare, and they just hit every pack as hard as they possibly can, which is good to see.
The gangly boys, they may have to get some shirts made up.
They'd
They'd all be small.
We got a few stick figures in the team, but you wouldn't know the way that some of these boys play.
We wouldn't need a big range of sizes, would we? And a big kick out of defence from Jacob Fiebiger, almost all the way to centre wing, with a big mark from Matt Blinkheim, who has been quiet today.
Very good pack mark, and there's
a little chip over, John Raisler with a handball over the top. Now finds Borholm running into an open goal. Nearly ran too far.
And he's missed it.
And has missed the easiest of goals.
Really, there was about 4 on the 1 there, and
that was
Bomber should have finished there. Oh, you have those ones sometimes, Takes. I've ran into open goal before and completely shanked it.
Well, I wish we had footage of that. Freeling with a kick out.
Whoop.
And picked up by Harry Clarkson, who
snaps
truly
with
for the wasteful
very
effort.
Nicely goal.
That's a beautiful snap for his second goal of the day.
He's really having a good game, Harry.
Both running snap goals for Clarkson. And when a midfielder has the ability to push forward and kick those goals, it makes him very dangerous.
Yeah, Harry Clarkson having a very good game so far after being thrust into the midfield for this game.
One of the classiest young midfielders we've seen in many years.
A very good user of the ball, very calm and composed as well.
Also won a best on ground in a grand final for Sedan Canberra several seasons ago.
Yeah, that was only a couple of years. It might have been 2019, I reckon.
Yes.
Yeah, would have absolutely dominated down there. Class act.
That was as an 18-year-old. And a big jump from Borholm that time, but the ball sort of falling to ground as he was taken out of the air. And
I think number 21, young Oliver.
Oliver with another
Charlie
great
Oliver
pick
again.
up.
He's starting to find a bit of the ball for the young fella.
Another kick around the corner, unfortunately out on the full that time.
Very good start to his career, young Charlie Oliver.
He's been very impressive today, and Oliver, a strong name in the Freeling region. Got a sporting royalty out there at Freeling.
That one out the full though, and Angaston will take the kick. I think Riley Bourne take the kick in there.
And Freeling really starting to clog this up across half-back and through the middle of the ground.
And that's another mark to Ben Antoni today. That could possibly be his 10th.
And John Raisler with a beautiful mark and a turn and running handball.
And hit Jed Durden out in the lead there.
That was excellent play from the Panthers. Clean, efficient.
Yes.
Some of the best play they've shown all day.
That's been one of our strengths this year. Some of our run down the ground, it's been very clean, and we haven't been wasting the ball a hell of a lot.
Previous to today, I think today's been a little bit of an exception with that. Durden with a long, high kick. Won't actually make the distance. And Jay Shannon's gone again. He got right up there.
I think they've given it a high free kick as he might have grabbed him, put his hands on his shoulders.
To lever himself over the giant co-shell.
He dropped it anyway, so...
He did, but that's a long way to get up there over Koshel. I think he's decided he wants the mark of the year today.
Yeah, he's had a couple of cracks now, hasn't he?
Oh, and Koshel bit off more than he could chew that time. Hit Ryan Carnelli. Now Shannon again trying to grab that ball. And I'm not sure what the umpires paid there.
That was holding the man. The umpire closest to the ball, that was from what I saw here, Jay Shannon haven't got slung to the ground, and the downfield umpire actually called it.
That's a good teamwork from the umpires. I don't mind seeing that at all. If you've got a better view than your partner.
The umpire down this end had the perfect view, and he saw it too, but he called play on.
Shannon with a helicopter of his own, trying to make Borholm feel better. And another point for the Panthers. Really letting an opportunity to bury Freeling go here.
Yeah, 12-14 isn't really ideal. A few goal-kicking woes today, but...
And really indecisive on the kick-in now. Angaston swarming the Freeling kick-in.
Very good mark by Ben Heinrich there. He's got a good set of jukes on him.
He's got good size and a very handy footballer. Going right down the wing now, as it's punched over the sidelines by young Jacob Fiebiger, an excellent, strong defender. Probably a centre-half back of the future for the Panthers.
Yes, no, he's a very, very handy little player. Very, very pleased to have him back at the club, and yeah, very strong, hard, tough defender.
And a free kick there, I think, paid to Borholm for being a push in the back.
Paid to Angus Adams in the ruck now, so Borholm's getting a bit of a breather up forward, and yeah, I think Koshel just a little nudge there, and thought he might have gotten away with it, but didn't in the end.
Adams with a nice kick, finds Carnelli. Carnelli drives it forward, and Shannon caught behind his opponent then. Also a bit of sun in the eyes. Jed Durden taken out of the play quite crudely there.
And the Panthers will finish with a goal with a nice bit of handball work and finished off with Dylan Tuckwell. I think Jed Durden probably unlucky not to get a free there for getting slung around the neck, but yeah, very good finish by Tucky there under a bit of pressure in the goal square.
And probably a good spot for them to get a kick with their accuracy this quarter.
I think that'll be the spot to kick all the goals for the rest of the day.
And you'd think with Angaston's advantage up there that they would be trying to force that pressure all day.
Yeah, our forward line pressure has been unreal this year. Yeah, once it gets down there, we usually end up getting a score of some sort.
And Freeling looked like they almost had another centre clearance, but Blenkiron chopping it off at half back. And a strong kick forward there, finds Reinke at half forward. So he drops back, and a beautiful little chip pass to Borholm.
Yeah, Bomber's been very dangerous for us when he goes up forward. A very hard matchup for opposing teams. I think that's the luxury of having two ruckmen playing for you at once. You can always stick one up forward, and yeah, most of the time they're probably you're not going to be able to get that matchup right, and yeah, the taller player usually comes out on top.
Borholm taking this kick from probably 45 metres out. He'll be kicking from. As he comes in now. Kicks through truly. No helicopter this time. And
it's a very, very nice kick.
That's as the goal umpire loses his sunglasses off his head.
Borholm making up for the horror miss running into open goal about 5 minutes ago, I reckon. That's a very, very nice kick for him. And the helicopter set shot. But yes, good goal from Borholm. Takes the score to Angaston 14-14, 98. Playing Freeling 3 goals, 7-25 on the Grant Burge-Wine scoreboard. Yeah, Angaston just starting to obviously break the game open quite a bit now and getting right on top of Freeling, who, credit to them, they've been having a fair old crack for most of the game.
And Koshel ran completely under that, and Adams just plucked it out of the air with a little kick forward. And Shannon recovering now. And inexplicably, Shannon has missed the easiest of shots.
Yeah, I think he had a bit more time than I think he thought he had, I reckon. He probably could have almost ran in, straightened up and ran in to go there, but chose to have a snap, and that's what you get sometimes.
I wonder if the coach will have a chat to him about that. Freeling clearing with a long kick.
Nice kick there out to Muster, out in the half forward there.
Driving it long to the wing. Adams with a punch. Sees it over the sideline. We'll see another throw in on the outer wing. Sun starting to set here at Angaston. Shadows growing long. We're well into the third quarter.
Koshel hacked that one out of the air with his foot, actually.
It's coming off for Angaston. Now driving the ball through the middle of the ground. Borholm getting it deep. And the Freeling defender took a heavy hit there from his teammate.
Very heavy hit, but he's gotten up after that, which was, yeah.
Good to see. You never want to see anyone get hurt. Yeah, friendly fire, not what the Redlegs needed. Especially to the guy playing fullback. Chip forward. We see Durden chasing that, picking it up cleanly, turning around, taking a shot.
Finishing with a very nice running goal there.
Kicking with a running snap goal. Better than his set shots today.
Yeah, he had all the time in the world there. There really would have been no excuse if he missed that. Just, plenty of time just to steady up, and nice little drop punt through for another goal for Jed. That's probably his 4th now, I reckon.
Yes, but very nice pickup for a player of that size.
Yeah, no, he's actually quite a nimble forward. He moves pretty light on his feet. Very solid player, very good in the contest, but is also very, very quick
and of
mover.
Course, new to the club this year, came with his brother Luke.
Yeah, brother Luke, who unfortunately, ACL injury against Nundah a few weeks ago. He's, full back for us. So, very good start to the season, which huge loss for us going forward. But, these things happen in footy, unfortunately.
And Freeling driving the ball forward again.
And Tom Jackman just a bit too quick for Sammy Carmichael there.
Yes, that's being very polite about that. Sam not known for his speed or his agility, nor for his size, strength and kicking. I've seen him stretch it off the ground before, and those 12 people carrying the stretcher really did a good job. Bouncing ball inside Freeling's 50, cleaned up by Angaston. Brave kick into the middle of the ground, and well spoiled there for Freeling.
It was number 6, I think. No, number 5, Benjamin Ferry, who's actually an ex-Angaston player.
Ex-Angaston junior.
Found himself at the Redlegs this year, getting a few A-grade games in.
Well done against Jake Hood, who probably played junior football with.
Yeah, I reckon they would have played a bit of junior footy together, actually.
Angaston clearing the ball now. Razor again, finding room on the wing. Just hacked the ball off the ground.
Well done by Corbett Schubert there, did negate the run from, I think that might have been Jacob Wright. Was looking like he was off there, but Schubert put his hand out and, stopped a certain disposal there.
Another ball up on the half-forward line, and Koshel just used his chest to move Borholm right out of the contest. And a strong tackle there from Tyler McKesser. Wraps his Freeling opponent up with absolutely nowhere to go.
Yeah,
I think more so than the goals, that's the sort of thing that will please Jay Shannon and the rest of the coaching group at Angaston. To see a player in his first game doing things like that.
Yep. Most definitely. All those little 1%ers always puts a smile on the coach's face.
As he goes in again and is wrapped up. Strong mark from Cal Loki on the wing. Just in the right place at the right time. Drives it forward. And Tuckwell all on his own, 45 metres from goal.
Yeah, it was a little bit too easy for Angaston, I think. Especially one of the shortest blokes on the field. That much space in the forward line.
And I think he's going to need to find a target with this. I'm not sure if he's got the distance.
I'd be back and tuck in from here. He's only kicking maybe 35, 40 out. He's going to have a shot anyway.
I'm not sure what the Freeling defender's doing. He took the mark about 4 metres further out. Slides that through for a point.
Another behind to Angaston. Been saying that quite a bit today.
Yes, 15-16 now on the Grant Burgewine scoreboard for Angaston. 105 playing Freeling 3 goals 7. And a big kick out and a strong mark there from
Ben Heinrich again,
who has been impressive today.
Yeah.
Has stood tall at times when Freeling have needed.
Jake Hood with the intercept there, just chopping off that handball. Blinkenheim with a kick forward, finds Tuckwell. And kick inside, finds Hood, who's starting to find a bit of football in this quarter. Just ran around his Freeling opponent, but turned the football over. Found Trav Muster in defence. But yes, Hood starting to find a bit of the football in this third turn. A little bit up and under from Muster. Just travels out of bounds in front of the Angaston bench. Probably not a bad result for the Redlegs. Just a chance to reset. Koshel and Borholm to go at it once again. They've been doing this dance all day, and Koshel just holds Borholm and then reaches up with his left hand for the tap down as the third quarter comes to a close at Angaston Oval. Angaston 15-15, 105. Play Freeling 3 goals, 7-25 on the Grant Burge Wine scoreboard.
Three-quarter time on the Broken Track Wine scoreboard. According to timekeepers, Angaston 15-16, Freeling 3-7. In the AFL, Sydney 10-12 defeated Collingwood 5-12. In the last quarter, Hawthorn are 11-8, North Melbourne are 13-7. And Gold Coast and Brisbane are both 4.
It's up to you. But like, it's A grade, then where do you go State game at Adelaide Oval. Currently, quarter time, South Australia 3-7, Western Australia 1.
And welcome back to Angaston. Scores from around the grounds. Currently, Gawler Central 11 goal 8, leading Barossa District 4 goal 4. Slightly better quarter there for the Bulldogs. And that was a better quarter for Angaston, really starting to break the game open. Still wasteful with some of their kicking in front of goal, but we're starting to see them get the ball out in the open a little bit more and really take advantage. The team's about to break from their huddles. Freeling putting in a really strong effort today. And as bad as some of their losses have looked on paper this year, effort's not the problem. Their work rate today has been second to none. They've really forced Angaston out of their comfort zone and made the Panthers earn everything they've gotten. Better players so far in the game. Adam Koshel, probably the most dominant player on the ground, dominating the hit-outs and really having an impact on the game and giving Freeling a real chance at the centre bounce and around the stoppages. But Ben Antoni for Angaston across halfbacks taken probably 12 plus marks for the day. John Razor's been very good as a length player. Ryan Carnelli in fine form all season has been good again. As we see Angus Adams try and negate that bounce after Koshel ran under the contest. And my co-commentator Nick Fallon just returning from the huddle. Nick, what did you learn?
Thanks, Teeks. Didn't really learn too much down there. I was just kind of having a chat to Jack Miles and Luke Durden, and they were just talking about both agreeing just the first quarter was a bit poor, but really starting to use the ball a bit better now. And
I thought we agreed you were going to stay away from Durden.
No, it was his brother that I was talking to, and I think Mark Borholm has soccer one off the ground there. Nice little one.
Yes, a real big soccer goal from the big man there. Probably too far to bend over.
Yeah, no point bending over. You can just kick it straight off the ground, I reckon.
Yes, and good start for Angaston in this final team. They will want to get a real run of goals going here.
Yeah, I think, looking to boost a bit of percentage at the moment.
And still a strong crowd in attendance here. I think they'll want to give the supporters something to cheer about. Whereas Freeling also will want to keep their contingent happy.
Yeah, I think they'll just be looking to see this game out and try not to give up too much.
Adams competing well against Koshel in the ruck there.
Yeah, good to see. I think we'll probably see a lot more of Angus Adams in the centre ruck work for the rest of this game, I reckon, just to let Bomber just sit down forward so he can,
Adams taking the ball on his own there.
It was good
kicking
there.
It out to the wing, finding Dylan Tuckwell. Well done. Tuckwell with a beautiful kick forward.
Corbin Schubert out there. Hasn't seen a whole lot of it today, but he's been making his presence felt up there. It's another target up forward.
Probably feisty is the term I'd use for Schubert. And we see a boundary throw in right in front of the scoreboard here at Angaston in the far pocket. At the end that Angaston are kicking to. And Koso with a big fist, which advantages Freeling. And just trying to break through now. And a big slap forward. John Razor with a big pick up off the ground there. Drives the ball straight back in. And a big, strong mark from behind from Borholm, it seems.
He'd be lining up for about his 5th goal, I reckon.
Imagine if
Fourth
it would be
fifth.
if he was kicking straight. It might be his 3rd. Yes, it would be a big bag had he been accurate. He's managed to get that one online, no helicopter effect.
No, very nice. Very nice drop of the ball there from Big Bomber, and slotted that one straight through the middle. That's the first 2 goals of the last quarter to him as well.
Yes, and strong start for the Panthers, who probably haven't, in the first 2 quarters, didn't start the stronger of the 2 teams. Freeling probably had the advantage early in both quarters. But the 3rd and 4th quarter, Angaston really starting to take control.
Yeah, one of our strengths so far this year has probably been our 3rd quarters especially. We've been able to come out after half-time and really stamp our authority on the game and usually break it open a bit and get it more on our terms going into the last. And
you would think that the young Freeling players are starting to fatigue a little as the game goes on.
Freeling would have quite a few youngsters in their team who probably haven't played a lot of senior footy.
Koshel just monstering everyone, picking the ball up in the contest, kicking it forward, but Jaden Antoni with the intercept mark, getting it down.
A fever go to Reinke there. Reinke with another good strong mark, who's
had a solid game today without having a real impact on the scoreboard.
And Jed Durden's going to get a downfield free kick here.
And a beautiful pass, NFL style there from Reinke. Really quarterback in the making.
He does that a bit at training sometimes, actually. He's got actually quite a slingshot on him for an arm there.
It was very impressive. Durden with a shot from the dead pocket, as it's known in Angaston.
And he slotted that one.
And they're on the spot on the ground where we would least expect him to kick it from. He has got that.
Yep, slotted it straight through, and that's probably have to be 5 for Durden by now, I think.
Would have to be, and he avoided the Nick Fallon curse.
Yeah, he's been on fire ever since I stopped giving him the commentator's curse, which has been good.
I think the lesson to be learned there in your life, Nick, is just shut up.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll stay off commentating for a bit.
Well, we're very pleased that you joined us today. It's great to have people from the clubs get on board and give us a bit of inside knowledge. It's great for the people at home watching. And whether you're watching at home or in a pub, it's really great to have you with us and supporting our stream and the sponsors. So we always welcome feedback, so if you want to make a comment on the stream on Facebook. As Angus Adams fighting hard there in the clinches. Just taking the ground there, and Koshel just leans over and rubs his hair, just as though he'd been a part of that tackle.
And Adams is going to get a little free kick there for
Koshel. Probably a little unlucky there. Adams drives the ball forward. John Raisler chasing the ball on this occasion. And taking the ground. Really good defence from Freeling there. Angaston were in the open. Ball up.
Good clearance by Dylan Tuckwell there, and he's going to have a snap on the left boot and just not going to get there.
Just spoiled on the line by Bryce Jericho, perhaps.
Yeah, and Trav Muster's going to have the kick out.
Let's see where they go with this. I think they're going to go long. As he does.
And Reinke and Heinrich with the contest there, but Heinrich just in front, and they're going to reward him with the mark. Very good grab by him again. He's probably had upwards of 8 to 9 marks today. Very good set of hands.
Has probably been close to Freeling's best, well, second best. I'd say Koshel would be their leading player.
Yep, I'd say Koshel will definitely be Freeling's best player on the ground today. Probably followed closely by Heinrich. Take quite a bit of the ball, and it's been very good down back for them, and after what's probably considered as a barrage of goals today.
Tuckwell reads that off the back of the pack and drives it straight to the goal square.
Borholm's going to get another
mark and just turns around and dribbles the ball over for a goal that even he couldn't miss today.
Nah. There's that's what you call an unmissable goal, and he'd have to have at least 5 by now, I think.
Would have to, and Tuckwell really starting to have an impact on the game. Yeah,
he's
kicked, 2 or 3 goals
he's
himself.
Kicked a couple goals, but just his crumbing work is second to none. Just knows the right spots to be, and very, very slick little mover, the young fella. Probably one of my favourite players, actually.
Plays a little bit like you. It's a little bit confrontational. Doesn't mind body contact.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to be, I suppose. Got to be a role model for some of the younger kids in the team.
No comment. Really strong tackle there for Freeling.
And Travi Muster
just keeping it going on a little bit, just making
him earn it,
making sure that
don't mind it.
The young fella felt that.
Travi's a fierce competitor on the field. He's
He's a good, clean footballer, and he's just making sure that Dylan Tuckwell was aware that the old dog still has a bit of fight.
Yep.
And I don't mind Muster being in the middle of the ground now. Just injects a little bit of stability for the Redlegs.
Yeah, try and give him a bit of a grunt in the midfield there. I think Koshell's been getting on top in the ruck probably majority of the game, but I think the Angaston midfield is just, they've been good all year and have showed again today.
And just player dived on there. Strange, the player going for the ball and just the Freeling opponent just almost body slamming it. Carnelli just
Carnelli on the
clearing
left there,
kick
just
into the open.
Yeah, just on his left boot there, just came off the side of the boot a little bit, but he's gained a bit of territory for the Panthers, and that's all we can ask for sometimes.
And ball in the forward pocket for Angaston on this near side of the ground. Getting very dark here now. And well crumbed there by Brad Brook, the glove, in his 100th A-grade game. And Tuckwell just collected that at the back of the contest. Handball to Blenkiron.
To Hood.
Two really good mates there, Blenkiron and Hood. They work together well.
Can't help but think Angaston probably should have... Yeah, they probably might have stuffed that one up a little bit there, but credit to Freeling, they put the pressure on and...
Freeling's
caused
pressure
the
has been
stoppage.
relentless.
Yeah, it has been today.
I'd give them an A for effort. Just the finishing isn't quite there for the Redlegs, but definitely Roger James has got them playing for each other and playing hard Redleg football. We're going to see yet another stoppage here as Trav Muster wraps up his Angaston opponent. It looks like it might have been Clarkson on that occasion.
He's been a bit of a tackling machine today, Trav Muster.
I don't think they bother counting his tackles anymore. There's just too many.
Freeling going to get one out there. And that's...
Clearing the ball to Patrick Blows.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Well, he may.
That's Sammy Carmichael with another mark. And Freeling got a bit of room here.
Ooh.
2-on-1, though.
John Razor with a strong tackle.
Great tackle on Blake Duragon there.
Was lucky not to give away a free kick. Just managed to keep his arms clear of the head as he was slung around.
Good ruck tap by Angus Adams there. Found Matt Blenkiron.
Redlegs with a high ball going inside forward 50. And Blenkiron going for the ball. Met solidly from the other direction.
Yeah, it was just a very good contest there by...
was quite worried for both players.
Wally Bourne's kicked it out in the full there, so Freeling got a big chance here.
With Trav Muster, the veteran, courageously going against Blenkiron, a much bigger opponent in the air. I was worried there was going to be a head clash between them, but luckily they're both okay.
And it's going to land in the lap of Koshell there.
Koshell's arms, the big man.
Just gone over the top of Raisler and Adams there, and Koshell's just found himself in a perfect little spot to go back and have a go at kicking Freeling's fourth goal of the day.
Smart play. Koshell waited for Big Sam Carmichael to lead and be a distraction, and they just slid into the open space behind him. Very smart football from a very experienced footballer.
And he's pushed that one wide, unfortunately.
He's caught the bug. And I think this end of the ground today has been worse for the players.
Yeah, I think the scoring has definitely been down the other end in terms of accuracy.
Is it a little different kicking towards this end at Angaston now with the earthworks behind the goal really changing the scenery?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's just one of those days where one end's been a bit more favourable than the other. Sometimes it might be this end and sometimes it might be the other one.
Definitely not wind affected as the flag hanging limply. Ben Antoni with a long kick out of defence to a contest. And Tyler McKesser, the young first gamer, just sees it over the boundary for Angaston.
Yeah, no, not too bad. I only went over there about half time for this. And then, yeah, she was doing my hair.
And Koshell just takes that out of the ruck and slams it forward. And John Raisler just puts it down, but he's got enough time to gather and
Clear
and
on the
he's
right.
found Ryan Carnelli.
It's a very good clearing kick if you find the twig out there. And Freeling 2-on-1, able to turn the ball over on the outer wing.
Ben Heinrich with another possession, and they go forward
Good
again.
drive forward and a good strong mark.
Good strong mark by Jacob Fiebiger there.
A lot of intercept marks from the young Angaston players across half-back today. It's probably been
lovely kick
their
out to
saving
Dylan
grace.
Tuckwell there.
Tuckwell forward, just managing to find the 100-gamer, Bradley Brook, who kicks the ball forward. And Freeling's defenders all in front.
And they've wrapped Jed Durden up there. He's spilt the ball out. Now Freeling are away again through Heinrich.
Well defended by the Redlegs. A big, strong, open running entry for Angaston.
Good mark out there by number 7, Blake Duragon.
You're all over that name.
And there'll be another stoppage there.
Although I am very... That's me.
Freeling, their defence, I've got to give them a lot of credit. They've repelled Angaston on a number of occasions. That last one in particular, it really did look like it was favouring the Panthers. As we see
Dylan Tuckwell with another possession.
another clearance. Jaden Antoni finding Tuckwell, who's now just a small chip over, looking for the running Blenkiron, who takes the mark over his shoulder.
A little chip into Loki there. Oh, very good leg to
John Raisler.
John
who
Raisler
was
there,
decked
who's going to
after
get...
he's marked it.
And he's probably going to get
Probably
25
going to get
metres
to
as
25
well.
there. I think that's probably worthwhile. But the Freeling player's probably hurt himself more than Raisler.
Yeah, he probably didn't really need to come in.
Didn't need to come in that late. It was a clear mark and there was nothing he could do about it.
That'll just give John a little bit more space and time to run in and hopefully kick his first goal in his first game back this season.
First game as a married man.
Good finish by Johnny Boy there.
And good for Angaston to get some reward for the effort. 5 minutes there of play, they didn't look like they were going to get a reward.
No, that was... Freeling were very good that last 5 minutes, just negating quite a bit of play there. But yeah, good kick out from Dylan Tucker out there. They worked the ball down well, and ended up John Raisler finishing off well there.
Okay, some more three-quarter time updates from around the grounds. Newryup at 10-11 to Williston 9-3.
Close one there.
And South Gawler 8-7 to Kapunda 5-1.
A few very low-scoring games there.
Some real tight contests, which I'm not surprised by the Kapunda South Gawler. I think the Bombers are a real chance in that game. And Newry Williston, probably two evenly matched teams that you've seen recently.
Yeah, I looked at that game and I think both of those teams match up pretty well with each other. And we've seen both Newry and Williston. I honestly thought that one was going to be a very, very close game as well. And judging by the scorecard, it has been.
And of course, we updated earlier a sizable margin in the Gawler Central Barossa District contest with Gawler Central 11-8 to Barossa 4-4 at three-quarter time.
Chip over the top there from Ben Antoni, trying to find Durden.
And Freeling defending well, but Antoni with another cut-off.
And Brad Brook, he's found Brooker. He's going to go back and have a shot in his 100th game.
The glove, as he's affectionately known. And on the South Australian Footballer Facebook page, there was a nice little article about
a little
Bradley.
milestone. Those guys like sharing country footy milestones.
And of course, we are the South Australian Footballer.
And Bradley Brook has almost kicked it to the scoreboard.
As a true defender / tagger, that's exactly what we expected to see.
I think
I'm not sure if he found any part of his foot that wasn't on the outside.
No.
Back to Mark. Okay, I'm going to go now.
I think Brooko will be kicking himself. He's had a chance to go to kick a goal there.
I think
but
he'd miss if he tried to kick himself. Oh, Freeling forced to defend another throw in here. Koshel positioned himself well.
It was Tuckwell again with the ball getting in and amongst it there. So
And Reinke
out
with
to
a
Loki
handball.
to Ben Antoni, and Ben Antoni's found himself up forward this last quarter and going to go back and have a shot at goal. I think he's probably done enough down the back line most of the day, and I reckon Jay might have said send him up forward last quarter, get him involved a bit up there.
Have a bit of fun.
Very good kick at goal too, Ben. Told you, Teeks,
He's
mate.
a
No
good enough kick
commentators
at goal
curse
that
there.
you couldn't even put him off.
Very good finish by Ben Antoni on that left boot.
Very classy.
Very
good
nice.
player.
I'm coming back to the pub. We're trying to find him because I'm not going home. It's alright, all good. I'll find him somewhere. Thank you. I can look after him if you want. I'll look after him.
And now on the Grant Birdswine scoreboard, Angaston 21 goal 17, 143, playing Freeling 3 goal 8, 26. As we see ball up again. And Freeling, young Oliver again,
Young Oliver getting his hands on it.
has been really prolific today, and
Yeah.
I would not be surprised to see him named among Freeling's best.
And
Good intercept there, Mark,
might
from
have been
Blenkiron.
might have been touched off the boot, and Blinks thought he had a bit of time there, but the Freeling players were hot onto him
Angaston still managing to clear. Ball now with Borholm on the outer wing.
and has found Brad Brook out there.
Well, he's too far out to have a shot on goal, luckily.
Very good little inside kick to Jaden Antoni, who's a very good user of the ball. Let's see what
Probably
he can
too
do
far out
here.
to score, so he's gone for
Found
another
Corbin
short pass.
Schubert, who I don't think he hasn't kicked a goal today.
No, he
has
hasn't kicked a goal today, but he's a
This
good
could-
user of the football.
Yeah, and this having a shot. This would be having a shot for his first A grade goal, I think.
Yes, but we'll be having a shot from almost 50 by the time he kicks, so you might see him pass this off, I think. He's given it a lot, wobbled it to the square. Ball comes down to the front and able to be rushed for a behind. And the short kick again out of defence for Freeling. Something they've gone away from in this second half, but it's been a handy tool when they have used it today.
Yeah, and they've I don't think they've even missed one. They've been pretty good with that little inside kick. Jacob Fieberger run through the pack, and he's gonna kick his first goal. That'll be his first A
I
grade
believe
goal.
that would be his first goal.
Yep. It's a very, very good pick-up by him, and just burst through, use his speed and strength, and yeah, he's a quality finisher of the ball.
I think the future is bright for that young man. Has the ability to play a lot of positions and play them all well.
Yeah, I did see at three-quarter time, I think Jay might have actually moved him up into the wing, I think. He maybe, or wing or in the guts. I reckon he had Fieberger moved. Actually, yeah, no, he is starting in the midfield at the moment, so letting him, have a bit of a run around in there, which is, definitely not out of place in there.
And in the modern game, you need to be able to do that, even if you're a
And
key
he's
position player.
almost got the clearance.
Tuckwell with the tackle. And McKesser takes it in front of his
Very good
opponent.
work by McKesser there, and
Gets the ball out to Clarkson.
Adams has got a bit of time there to
Adams needs a bit of time, moving like a monster.
done very well there though, the big fella. And Jed Durden has come from behind and taken a decent
Jed
little
Durden
hanger there.
has done a Jay Shannon impersonation and flown for the ball.
I think,
But he's actually taken a mark.
yeah, I
That's
think
the difference.
Jed doesn't mind taking the odd hanger. I think he's very, very fond of getting up there and putting on a little show for the crowd.
He did it well there. unfortunately, he has
Push that
sprayed
one
that
right.
wide. Probably a little air sickness. And again, Angaston wasting opportunities. Freeling to bring the ball back in. Trav Muster again, the Freeling stalwart, playing on and kicking long down the swing, looking for Koshel, who on the second grab takes it.
Yeah, very good grab by
Too
Koshel
big,
there.
too strong. Size does matter.
And he's found Sammy Carmichael on the lead there.
His fellow big man. And Carmichael with the chance to drive this ball forward, but no one in the forward 50 at all for Freeling.
Good mark there by Patrick Blows.
As he's got to wait for players to drift forward for the Redlegs.
He found Jack Hancock there by himself, just chipping it around.
And Jacob Feebiger getting back with the spoil. Carl Loki, the handball. Handball again winds up with Feebiger, who
Feebiger's
runs
got
through
all
the
the time in
fence.
the world, and he's found Tuckwell. No, not very good
No.
spoil there by the young Freeling player.
Freeling just
Let's see.
really working hard here to keep the ball in the forward 50.
And I think that's Damien Hardman.
Damien Hardman
Another ex-Angaston player.
taking the mark. Just went over Koshel's head, and Hardman was able to take it. He's backing himself to kick from probably 54 metres out.
I think he was looking to pass it off, but just nothing's quite popped up for him. So Koshel's gone to the goal square. So, and that's. Young
good
Charlie,
shot there.
young Charlie Oliver there again, getting his hands
Looking
on the ball.
for his second.
That would have been his second goal if he kicked that.
Has been really good today, young Oliver. And
Yeah, it's good to see some young fellas for Freeling stepping up in this game.
Riley Bourne marking that ball on the boundary line, driving it to the wing for Angaston. And Ben Antony with yet another mark. Has taken that many marks today, it's ridiculous. Strong tackle.
And he's going to find Bradley Brook over there by himself, who's going to... And he's missed
another one.
Oh, Brook, had all the time in the world there as well.
I really don't know how he's missed that. That's unique. Yes, imagine the Panthers with now 22 goal 20, 152. That's 42 scoring shots to 12. Freeling 3 goal 9, 27 on the Grant Birchwine scoreboard. And there we are. That's the end of the game. Angaston final score 22 goals 20, 152 to Freeling 3 goal 9, 27. Easy winners the Panthers, but Freeling a really great effort.
Yeah, I think it's probably most people would have chalked Angaston in for the win today. Give credit to Freeling. Their first half today was exceptional, and they really gave it up to the Panthers. And I think in the end there that the scoreboard probably. Panthers kicked a bit straight. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, but that's their own doing there. But little percentage boosting win for the Panthers, and hopefully no injuries out of this game. And look forward to Gawler Central next week.
Thank you for joining us in commentary, Nick. Really great to have you.
No worries, Teeks.
Hopefully we'll see you on the ground again soon.
Yes, well, hopefully sooner rather than later. Thanks for having me.
And that's us signing off from Angaston. Thank you.
Final score from the Bradford Chapter 1 scoreboard.